What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got him. That's right, the absolute loser that inflicted pain upon Rick Moranis, the golden one, the one that shall be protected at all costs, has been put into custody, and there's some interesting information that's come out now. I want to start off with an honor, a shout out to Rick Moranis' career and the tough decision he made to stay home and be a dad. When many in Hollywood would probably ship their kids off on some babysitter or some maid, he sacrificed his career, at the height of which, after losing his wife to cancer, to raise his family. And I just don't think many would do the same thing in Hollywood these days. And if you're looking for some personal recommendations from me on some movies that are great, uplifting, and also starring Rick Moranis, look no further than, obviously, the original Ghostbusters, 1984, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, 1989, Little Shop of Horrors, 1986, Feed Me. These are all, it's a musical, it's great. Obviously, Spaceballs, Rick Moranis, just absolute national treasure. And I covered this about a month ago, he was simply walking down the street minding his own business, and then some absolute loser struck him, putting him in the hospital. Well, again, we have some good news, and we've also found out more about this dude. So we have here via the New York Post, man who slugged Rick Moranis has a history. Shocking. We'll get into that in a second. Police have gotten the man who struck Rick Moranis on the Upper West Side last month. Marquise Ventura, 35, who is listed as homeless, was arrested on Saturday afternoon for, well, doing exactly what we thought. An NYPD spokesperson confirmed Ventura had been arrested. Of course, Moranis starring in Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. At the time, his rep told The Hollywood Reporter that he was treated at the hospital, but overall was fine and grateful for everyone's thought and well wishes. The NYPD Transit Chief Kathleen O'Reilly said this person had faced half a dozen other charges this year. Well, it would appear that whatever we're doing to rehabilitate this person isn't working. Now, I don't know if they have mental health issues or what's going on, but this all the way going back to April 13th, then again on August 3rd, then on October 17th in Manhattan, as well as another incident on October 1st in Lower Manhattan, according to NYPD. I mean, this person, you know what they say, 7 strikes and you're out because, of bail reform and so on. Let's take a little bit of a history of this kind of gentleman. Now, I want to be somewhat careful because, when you have someone who's homeless, they could be for a wide variety of reasons. Mental health is a big contributing factor. Substance, as well as, substance abuse, as well as, well, some people actually choose to be that way, as crazy as it sounds. But it's a homeless ex-con has been brought into custody. Marquise Ventura, 35, was arraigned on a slew of charges in Manhattan criminal court late Sunday, including Rick Moranis. Prosecutors claim that Ventura hadn't been involved in a number of other unprovoked attacks, including one lower Manhattan just hours after pummeling the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids star. The defendant has now been charged with 5 separate incidents occurring over a 6-month period in 2020, all which include unprovoked attacks on strangers during the lockdown. Manhattan Assistant District Attorney Kelly Keating said at Ventura's arraignment. Now, yes, I'm very happy that this person is off the streets for probably, unfortunately, for an hour. But you wonder if did it take Rick Moranis? What about the other 6 people or 5 or 6 people that didn't get any justice? Yes, I'm happy that, they figured out who it was. And it seems like if you're an ex-con, you're probably going back. The same day of Moranis, he allegedly fled downtown and socked a 45-year-old owner of a Soho store and took a bottle of champagne, according to police prosecutors. When confronted by the store owner, the defendant threw the bottle at the store owner, then proceeded to repeatedly punch him. In August, he went after a 61-year-old customer. Damaged their teeth, lacerations to their hand. Of course, now we say his attorney, Autumn Levine, says that his client suffers from schizophrenia. Well, if that's true, he needs to get help. They say he was in a psych ward in 7 different states, diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic, and has been without medication. In addition to the 3 separate incidents on Sunday night's arraignment, Ventura was also locked up on October 17th for going after a strap hanger. I don't even know a strap hanger. I don't even know what that is. In the West 4th Street subway station. In that case, he was given a desk appearance ticket and released. He was also suspected in an earlier incident on a subway train in the Bronx. Look, what this really brings to light is, if it's true, if his mental health issues, you need to take care of this. There are many homeless who are there because they were untreated. They have untreated mental illness, or they're not taking their meds. Now, that doesn't absolve him of guilt, because you never really know, right? Like, yeah, they have this condition, but is it why you lashed out? Is it why you did what you did? I don't know. I suppose I feel thankful that this guy didn't end anybody, and that it stopped there. Just these weird random outbursts, but it's bizarre. I don't know what you do with this type of person. I mean, obviously you need to have a situation where if they need to be on meds and they're not taking them, well, that's an issue. It doesn't absolve you. It doesn't mean you can go out and say, well, he was off his meds, so, well, better luck next time. And obviously this person has a long and illustrious history of having these situations. So it didn't turn out to be some crazy, it's hard to be angry at this dude if what they say is true. If what they say is true. 35-year-old should be taking meds, and I imagine he'll be spending more time in the psych ward. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad that there's been a peaceful resolution of this, and hopefully this guy can get the help he needs, because he clearly needs it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.